Hey guys, and welcome back to Found in the Garden. If this is your first video here, welcome. I am so happy to meet you. Please ignore the mess. Today is a good day. My seed starting stuff has started to arrive. I already bought most of my seeds, holding off on needing to buy any more seeds until I have a bit more of an idea of how many pre-orders I'm gonna get for starts, but that is neither here nor there. What is here is my first box of stuff. So I placed a couple orders. I'm gonna hand this camera over to my husband. I placed a couple of orders from several different companies. And this order right here is from a company called Bootstrap Farmers. I have not used this company before. Last year we bought all of our stuff off of Amazon. If this is your first year of seed starting, do that, because then you're going to know what you like, what you don't like. Or go to your local garden store and pick stuff up, or Home Depot. If this is your first year gardening, do what you can. And just don't worry about like the perfection of it, because the truth is you're gonna find what you like, what you don't like, what you want, what you don't think you need. I had a very different want and wish list for this year of gardening than my husband did. And since I'm the one who does all the seed starting, I won, but you might want something different than what I have. This is just one order. I have several more boxes showing up supposedly today. This video won't be complete until all of those come, so you'll get to see all of them in the next few minutes. Oh my goodness.
How heavy duty are they?
What?
How heavy duty are they?
These are pretty, well, I can't really tell. Okay, so from Bootstrap Farmer, I placed an order for seed starting trays. And these are, what size are these? These are 2x1s, I think. Oh wow, these are really heavy duty actually. Come on. Okay. So heavy duty that they're like glued together. Okay. So the idea is I have to start a lot of seeds. So my goal is to sell 1,000 starts this year, and that takes up a lot of space in your greenhouse, especially in your starting zone, wherever you're starting, especially like we start inside. So this is, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it's 8 by 16. What is that?
128.
128. So this is 128 cells. I can start 128 plants in a 10 by 20 tray, and this takes up a lot less space than the bigger cells that I'll eventually be selling the plants out of. What this allows me to do is start a ton of plants inside, transplant them, and move them out to my greenhouse, where I have way more space than I do inside. These, however, are really quite thick. Can you get in there and show them? Like, I don't know, you guys can't really see, but these are very, very thick. So, so just keep that in mind as you are thinking about, what do I need for seed starting? If this isn't your first year and you know, oh man, I was super hard on my seed trays and they all broke last year, I like these a lot. Now, I haven't used them, but I like that this isn't super flimsy. I believe that this is gonna last me more than one growing season, which is good. This was not the least expensive thing I've ever bought. I think my total order from Bootstrap Farmer this year was like $250 some, and this was a good portion of that order. So overall, I'm super happy with these. I have a ton of them. I have 60 of these cells. So, or yeah, 60 of these trays. So 60 times 120 is like a lot. So I'll be using this to start frost hardy things like cabbages, spinach, anything that can get a frost on it. because I will be taking these directly from in here and planting them right out into my garden. So keep that in mind, and I'll catch up with you in a minute when my next box comes in. Well,
Rolling.
okay, so the other company I ordered from is a company called GreenHouseMega Store. This video, I should say, this is not sponsored at all, but when we were pricing things out, this is what I could afford. So there's the ideal, and the ideal is honestly for me to just like move into full Bootstrap Farmer. But for the amount of seeds that I needed to start and be able to have to sell and things, I needed to go with someone who's a little bit less expensive this year. So I got some Bootstrap Farmer. We'll be adding more in as the time goes on, but the rest I got from GreenHouseMega Store. I've not ordered from them before, so let's just check out what we got here. I have like dirt on my hand or something. I'm a gardener and I'm freaking out about dirt on my hand. Yeah, I'm such a girl. Okay, we have a plastic bag.
Use the knife.
Okay, so these are the 10-20 trays. Those are nice and thick though. So these are actually thicker than the Bootstrap Farmer ones are. I will just say, like...
Can you grab one out?
No, I can't grab one out. I have to grab all of them out. Bootstrap Farmer, yeah.
They're on their side is what you're saying.
Yeah, Bootstrap Farmer is like a made in America, owned, produced, etc. plant here in the United States, and I like that. GreenHouseMega Store, I don't know where they get their stuff from. So if that's important to you, maybe use Bootstrap Farmer. Again, start with what you can afford and then work your way into ideal. The only reason I know to say that is because Eric told me that 74,000 times over the last 2 months. Okay, whoa, these are nice. They are a little bit, they do flex, can you see that?
Yeah.
So they do flex a little bit, but they don't, a lot of times last year when I was carrying these, they were breaking this way in half. And I can't imagine that happening here. Like I dented it before it actually bent. So I just said that I didn't know where GreenHouseMega Store got their stuff, but they say that it's made in the USA. So at least this one thing is made in the USA now. All right, let's open up our box and see what else we have. So I think this is probably more of those. Okay, awesome. These are much, you can tell right away, these are not as high quality, but that's okay.
Did these say extra thick?
No. The thing about Bootstrap Farmer is all of the stuff that I know of is super good, high quality like this. And this is also super good, high quality, but I had to pay more for the most heavy duty ones of these, whereas all of Bootstrap Farmer stuff comes heavy duty. See, and that will just work right like that. So that's perfect. Those two things are compatible. But not all of the things from GreenHouseMega Store came with the option to have it be super sturdy. So these are something that didn't come with that option, which means I pay a little bit of money this year, and I'll probably have to pay more next year as well, until I'm ready to splurge on the higher quality option from Bootstrap Farmers. So these are cell trays. So the idea is, and I'll show you, I have boxes of them, but I have these 2.5 square inch pots, and they sit in here, and then this sits in here, and this just keeps them organized so it's easier to carry this all around. You have these. So these don't need to be super strong because it goes in here. Now the nice thing is, if I got a flood tray, I could just put this in the flood tray instead of having a bunch of these. However, carrying this around, you're gonna have the same structural problem that you have with the cheaper versions of these 1020 trays, and they're probably gonna break. But that being said, I really like these. There's nothing wrong with them, and they were about half the cost of what Bootstrap Farmer was. All right. Okay, so this is a whole box of these, and these are those 2.5 or 2 inch pots, and they just go, let me just pick this up. They're holding. Come on. Okay, so the carrier goes in the 10 by 20, and these just pop right in here like this. And this makes it really easy when I'm going through and I'm grabbing plants for people. So you can order starts from me online if you're local. And when you come pick them up, I can just grab out these, give this with the start to the person, and they can take it, and then I know, oh, I have however many left of whatever kind of plant this is. So that will be really nice for me. I like these. Again, these are not the same quality that you're gonna get from Bootstrap Farmer. They only have one option. This is fine. This is especially good because I am giving away these pots. I'm not reusing them. Bootstrap Farmers are really strong, but they're more expensive. So you might wanna just use those for your personal production and have these if you're selling plants to start with. However, if you don't have the money, again, just do what you can. And that is more than enough. What else do you think we have in here? Here. Eric put 2 big boxes on top of one tiny box, so we're having a leaning Tower of Pisa situation. All right, so these are more 1020 trays. I can tell just by feeling them. Yeah, those are more 1020 trays. And I bet the next box is too. I bought a lot of 1020 trays. Again, I have a goal of selling at least 1,000 starts this year. And so I kind of need a lot of stuff. I think this is more of the same. Yeah, more 1020 trays, which is great. I need a lot. All right. How do I open this? So these are for microgreens. So one of the things that I like to do is make green smoothies. Like is a strong use of that word, but one thing we do is we make green smoothies, and I've been wanting to get into microgreens. From the research that I've done, they're a little bit healthier, and if I can make my smoothie with microgreens that I grow myself, I can save a bunch of money. A little bit healthier than like spinach or kale, like full-grown plant green smoothies. Again, you're talking about a very small difference, but the difference here is, as far as like health, but the difference here is I can have these trays in my house and be starting microgreens all the time, rather than worrying, oh, is it too hot? Is it too cold? Or anything like that. I can just constantly have microgreens starting and ready to eat. And then I think this is one more box of those. So we have 4 boxes of 10 by 20 trays. 1 box of this, which this is 800 of these.
What are those?
So the 2 by 2s, I think. So I have 800 of these. I have enough of those for all of these. I think I have more of these than I need for what I have, but I need to order more. But again, we live in the real world on budgets, which means this is what I could afford this month, and next month I'll have to finish out my order.
You're being very expressive with that knife.
The only other thing that I should show you really quick is these. So the idea is you put this on top of this. Well, that's the idea.
Don't fit?
No! These don't fit at all. I wonder if that is a me mistake. So the idea is you put this on top of a 10 by 20 tray, and then you put your dirt on top, you cast your seeds on top, and you sprout your starts. And then you harvest those sprouts and you eat those. However, this is clearly not gonna work. So I will have to figure something else out. I might need to order special trays for these, which is annoying. I like having things that are all compatible with each other. So these might be going back, we'll see. I do think I have 1 more box coming today, so I'll see you when it arrives. Okay, so I just went and checked my order because I was really confused, and I think, yeah. So here's the bottoms for these. So this is where you put the water, this is where you put the dirt and the seeds, and then you just add water to the bottom of this. So I do have all I need for this. I just forgot. I was just talking to Eric actually after we turned off the camera. I really like the quality of these. These are nice and strong. I would say they're bootstrap level. Would you disagree?
I would not disagree.
They're really nice. These are actually a product made by a company called Garland Products. I'm not familiar with them or anything like that. Like I said, this video is not sponsored. Well, this video is sponsored by Wagner Farms, which is me. And no, not Wagner Farms. It can't be Wagner Farms. Wagner Farms is actually a cattle farm that's like 200 miles away from us. We're also Wagner, but not those Wagner. So this is sponsored by Wagner Farm, singular. Wagner Farm, just us. Anyway, rabbit hole. I'm gonna go now, and I'll catch up with you when the next order comes. All right, so Eric went outside, and lo and behold, another package had appeared. Might have had something to do with a giant truck that came around. Anyway, this is my last box of seed starting supplies for this year. Well, no, I'm sorry, for this month. Hopefully I won't need very much more. But this box comes from Bootstrap Farmers, and this is the last thing that I needed. I'm really excited about these actually. And I'll put that there. So these are 5x5 trays. And let me just pull these out so you can see them better. Come on. This tape is probably very kind to people who have any clue how to untape things. Okay, so these are 5x5 trays. Now, I am kind of going off of a little bit of my knowledge and a little bit of knowledge that was passed on to me from other people. I watched a video from M.I. Gardener last year, and he started his onions in a 5x5 tray. So I'm actually gonna be doing that. I'm also gonna start my tomatoes in a 5x5 tray. And I'm not really sure what else, but I'm sure I'll find other things that I decide that I want to start. I might actually start like squash, because they get pretty bushy pretty fast, and this might be a good thing to start. Anyway, so that's what I'm gonna use these trays for. I'm super excited. We're gonna go buy, Eric doesn't know this yet. He's finding out at the same time you are. We're gonna go buy some potting soil tonight, and I'm gonna start seed starting now for some things, not for everything. And we'll talk about what I'm starting, why I'm starting it, and kind of my recommendations for you, but that is a different video. For now, if you are interested in any of these products, I will go ahead and drop links to them in the comment section below. This video isn't sponsored. These people don't know me. I'm nobody. So you can go check them out. And I just hope that you find what you need. And until next time, let me know in the comments what you have found in your garden.